2,000-pound bombs are on the way to Israel. President Donald Trump lifted the hold on the munitions put in place by former President Joe Biden.
We released them.
Yeah.
We released them today, and they'll have them, and they paid for them, and they've been waiting for them for a long time. They've been in storage for a long time, but we released them today to Israel.
Why did you do that, sir?
Because they bought them.
Trump also posted on Truth Social before those comments to reporters, saying a lot of things that were ordered and paid for by Israel, but have not been sent by Biden, are on the way. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu thanked Trump for lifting the hold on the one-ton bombs.
Thank you, President Trump, for keeping your promise to give Israel the tools it needs to defend itself, to confront our common enemies, and to secure a future of peace and prosperity.
The widely expected move comes after Biden held the delivery of the 2,000-pound bombs in hopes it would deter Israel from launching an offensive in Rafah. It did not work. Israel did eventually launch military operations in Rafah, but only after the majority of Palestinians fled the area. The Mark 84 is a high-explosive, low-drag general-purpose bomb. It can be fitted with different guidance kits to turn this dumb munition into a precision strike weapon, able to take out targets on land or at sea when it's in its quick sink setup. The one-ton bomb makes quick work of concrete and metal, leaving a huge blast radius behind. Before withholding them, the Biden administration sent thousands of the one-ton bombs to Israel in the wake of Hamas's October 7th attacks. The U.S. sent billions of dollars to Israel in other military support under Biden. It will continue under Trump to help Israel defend against Iranian-backed terror groups like Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and the Houthis in Yemen. A Gaza ceasefire went into effect more than a week ago, and some Israeli hostages were released in exchange for Palestinian prisoners being held in Israel. Before he took office, Trump vowed there would be, quote, hell to pay if all the hostages were not released. The second phase of the ceasefire has yet to be worked out and may prove to be more difficult. That part of the deal is expected to secure the release of the remaining living hostages in Gaza who've been there for more than 15 months. For more on this story, download the Straight Arrow News app today.
All right, Shalom. I'd like to start up saying, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Harikak Wadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the argument of pushing the truth to sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Khanak Sa'amban Yasharala from the Lions Den of Yasharala camp. And this is another Lions Den news and prophecy. And you heard it about Trump sending 2,000-pound bombs to Israel. All right? Hold on one second. All right, so we had some military equipment like bombs and such that were being held back by the Biden administration. That's been released by the Trump administration. He ain't been in the office number 30 minutes, but that's cool though. It's beautiful for us because we're about to see a lot of pressure on Jake, man. But it's a good thing. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me find that scripture. One second. All right, so when you see the pressure on pressure on Jake, we know what we know what it stems from. We know what it's about. All right. This is First Peter 4 and 7. Real quick. First Peter chapter 4 verse 7. It says, wait a minute, is that First Peter? Slakia. 4 and 17. Slakia. All right, First Peter 4 and 17, it says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it begin first at us, what shall the end be for them that obey not the gospel? What is that? That's 2/3 of our people in these other nations, you know? All right? So, 2/3 of our people in these other nations that couldn't hear the warning from Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai given by his prophets. All right. So we've been given warning, blowing the trumpet for years. All right, starting with the Elder Alva Bivens, all the way down to the Elder Apostles of GMS and their elders. You know, my elder as well. And you know, people haven't been hearkening. People have been trying to find their own ways to seek shelter, or their own covering or their own stability, right? Or their own foundation in other ways, but the way of truth. So now is the time that the Lord is going to start judgment at his house. But he's going to bring judgment on, after that. What shall it be? What shall it be on everybody else that, you know what I'm saying? Because really it's a cleansing process. That's all it is. He's going to show us how much faith that we are, that he installed, that he had put into us, right? Because he knows how much, because it was given unto us from him. So when we see these things like this happening, like Trump getting into office, the fear of him cutting Social Security, you know, I have my two youngest kids, their mom, she gets Social Security for my children, right? That's a big part of the income, you know. You know, so it's like these things are going to happen on the earth, but it's easier said than done. We're supposed to be rejoicing in these things, man, because we know that we can look up that our salvation is nearer than what we once believed. We know that our salvation is at the door, and we know these things must happen in order for us to get salvation. All right, this is Ezekiel 9 and 5. It says Ezekiel 9 and 4. It says and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof, and those that follow those men. All right, the men that's sighing and crying out there on the highways and byways, speaking of all the abomination that's done in Israel, in Jerusalem, in the midst of Jerusalem, right? Bringing others into the fold that believe in the words that are being spoken by these individuals, the prophets, us. All right, it says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your ear spare, neither have ye pity. So the Lord's not going to have pity on any of them that didn't hear his word when he spoke the warning out there. But he's going to have mercy on those that believed in his word, that have faith in his son Yahweh Shai. See that? So these things are going to come. It's going to get worse. We're entering into the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. It says, so let's read a little bit of this article. It says, Trump sending 2,000-pound bombs to Israel lifts Biden's administration hold. President Donald Trump lifted a Biden administration hold on the supply of 2,000-pound bombs to Israel. Trump told reporters of his plans to do on Saturday, January 25th. He said, we released them, Trump said. We released them today, and they'll have them, and they paid for them. You know they've been waiting for them for a long time. They've been in storage a long time, but we released them today. All right? But here's the thing, what did he release? That it's going to be a trend starting. We're going to see missiles and bombs being transported all over the place. What's happening in? All right, the Lord is setting up for the end all tell all. It's going to start with regional wars. We're seeing the wars and rumors of wars, meaning proxy wars and things like that going on in the earth. And then it's going to be the war of Yahweh Shaphat, and then it's going to be all out World War III. Yahweh Shaphat being a regional war, and think about it. That's in this area that he sent those 2,000 bombs to. Over there in Kidron, over there in the so-called Middle East. So these things, we're seeing the things prophetically happen in the earth, which has been spoken of for years by us being out there on the highways and byways, man. So we need to focus on rejoicing in these things and staying still in the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, it says, when asked by reporters why he released the hold, Trump said because they bought them. Trump posted to Truth Social, writing, a lot of things that were ordered and paid for by Israel but have not been sent by Biden are on their way. Netanyahu responds, see, they're on the way. They pushing it. Like, things are going to start speeding up. Like Apostle Tar said, this is hopefully the year of Esau's downfall in our salvation. Now this is a big move right here, and we're still in January. All right? He just got inaugurated last week. It says, Netanyahu's response. It says, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu thanked Trump for lifting the hold on the 1-ton bombs. Thank you, President Trump, for keeping your promise to give Israel the tools it needs to defend itself, to confront our common enemies, and secure a future peace and prosperity, Netanyahu said. See that? It says our common enemies, right? So now, the United States being a part of NATO, is Israel part of NATO? I'm pretty sure it is, but regardless or not, the United States being involved is going to force other NATO nations to be involved, but this is what's going to happen. The Lord's going to lift up Russia, that bear, right, to be the one that forces everybody to turn against America. See that? The Lord going to have Russia built up so nicely, he's going to put pressure on the earth. And that pressure that Russia is going to put on the earth is going to cause these other nations to turn and hate the horde, just like I was spoken of in the book of Revelations. So now, question is, this is a good question. It says, why did the Biden administration hold the bombs? All right, because the Lord said so. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Let's go to that. There's a reason why things are only moving a certain way. If they already paid for it, why wouldn't they send the bombs? What would be stopping them? This is the real reason. It's Revelation 7:1. It says, after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any trees. And that great wind is destruction. And that destroying wind is the missile. So the Lord is he was holding things back till the perfect timing. He has to wait for things to line up correctly, right? He did the same thing in Egypt. All right, it says, verse 2, it says, I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels in whom was given to hurt the earth and the sea, right, to let the destruction come, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the service of our power in their foreheads. That's putting that mark that we just spoke about in Ezekiel, marking them with the exemption from judgment, right? Marking them with the mercy of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai while he goes through, right, his house, shifting stuff around, moving the elect out of the way, right? And so he's going to bring the next wave of judgment onto the earth. It says the scourge is off scent. Like, they're going to come, these plagues are going to, just like how they did to Egypt, these plagues are going to come right behind each other. They're going to think that when one plague sort of dies down, another one's going to be coming right after that. The Lord's going to not even give them time to reset. All right? So it says, all right, so let's go back to the article. It says the widely expected move comes after Biden held the delivery of the 2,000-pound bombs in hopes it would deter Israel from launching an offensive in the southern Gaza town of Rafah. However, the move was unsuccessful as Israel eventually launched military operations, but only after the majority of Palestinians fled the city. Right? So, so it wasn't Biden doing that. It was the Lord doing it. But Biden did it, but it was man, that's divine intervention. At the end of the day, that's divine intervention, and it's going to go how the Lord wants it to go, regardless. All right. All right. Now, what kind of bomb is it? It says the Mark. We just said the Mark 84 is a high explosive, low drag, general purpose bomb. Forces can outfit the bomb with different guidance kits to turn it into a precision strike weapon able to take out targets on land or at sea when it is in quick sync setup. The 2,000-pound bomb makes a quick work of concrete and metal, leaving a huge blast radius. See that? A huge blast radius. It says, before holding them, the Biden administration sent thousands of the 1-ton bombs to Israel in the wake of Hamas on October 7, 2023. All right, continue. So they sent them once before, right? But he was putting a hold on it, in hopes to deter the inevitable. All right, like they're gonna bomb the heck out of Israel, man. It's gonna happen. That place has to be wiped out. That place has to be flat. Like, you know how when developers go and they're gonna develop an area, what do? They send a demo team in first to flatline it. That way they can build on flat land. And that's what the Lord's finna do. The Lord has to flatline that place so these other nations, under the servitude of the children of Israel, under the servitude of us, can rebuild our kingdom. You know? It says continued U.S. support for Israel. It says the United States sent billions of dollars to Israel in military support, and that it is likely to continue under Trump. The aid will help Israel defend against Iranian-backed terror. Iran's backed up by Russia. All right, Iranian-backed terror groups like Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and the Houthis in Yemen. All right. So now they're in a ceasefire right now. We're gonna go into that. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the ceasefire because that's really not the point. So now it's a ceasefire going on right now, but these, if y'all are focused on a ceasefire, sending 2,000-pound bombs, like, come on, man. It's like giving a baby a bunch of candy and telling them not to eat it. Right, you know? And you're going to leave them by themselves all day. That candy going to get ate. Them bombs going to get shot off, you know? And it's the Lord setting everything up, man. It's the Lord strategically bringing down Esau while he's lifting up Jake. All right, our spirit is lifting us up. The spirit of the Lord is lifting us up. Rather, let's go to is it first or second? Let me see. All right. It's the 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6. It said, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. See that? All right. So the Lord brought us down like that. But just like how the hand held the heel of Esau, right? When Jacob and Esau were born, right? Meaning, like, it wasn't going to be like, boom, Esau fell and there's a time period, now we're being risen up. No, as we're being risen up, they're being brought down. All right, it says, the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raises up the poor out of the dust and lift up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes. And that's what's being done right now. To make them inherit the throne of glory. All right? It's our inheritance to get the throne of glory. So the Lord is going to utterly destroy America. Right? Annihilate the land of Israel. Get rid of the filth that's over there. And fire is the best cleaning agent. Get rid of the filth that's over there. And give us the kingdom under the rulership of our own king, Yahushua, man. Let's get it. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." That's why the bombs being sent over there. But in the midst of that, while all that's happening, the Lord is still going to give us comforting things to happen, right? This is actually comforting to see these things happen. Because why? The Lord spoke it unto us, and we spoke it unto you, to the ones that believe, and now we're witnessing it happen. All right, verse 6, it says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given." Right. And right. Unto us a child is born. That child is Yahushua. That's going to deliver us. Yahushua means he delivers. Right? He's going to deliver us for what the Lord Yahweh is going to bring to the earth, man. It says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace." And that's Yahushua, man. All right, so what we're witnessing is the establishment of the kingdom of Israel, rightfully so, all right, being set up in righteousness. But what has to happen before that? You got to get this wicked kingdom tore the hell down. So the Lord is tearing this place down, bringing it down. All right, and these bombs that they're sending everywhere is the snare that's set up for Esau, because he introduced the world to nuclear war. And now you got all these different countries and nations putting together their nuclear arsenal, and the Lord's going to turn all the missiles on this place. They're talking about 2,000-pound missiles, but the Lord's sending 200,000, 200 million, Shlakia, missiles to hit this place. 200 million warheads. You see that? All right, so, we're going to witness a lot of things happening in the earth, man. We're going to witness a lot of things happening in the earth, but understand where it's coming from, and understand we've been told and warned. And not only that, he said he's going to, in the same breath as how he said he's going to destroy this place, he's going to deliver us also, man. All right, Lord willing, this lesson to edify the servant's purpose. With that, I'd like to say, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harikak Badash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone of my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth to sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men and women and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shai. Shalom.